Hi, hungry.
We're dads.
Cheers.
Cheers. And this is the Dad vs. Dad podcast. How are you, Jerry?
I am pretty good, Kev.
Yeah?
Yeah. The week started bad, but it got good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How to start? You always it's always like, oh, I'm terrible. Oh, actually, no, this is good. This is a change.
Well, you always lie.
What do you
You
mean?
just say, I'm good. And then you go into, I had such a shit week.
No, I'm tired. I'm always tired. There's
You said you're good, though.
yeah, I am good. I'm
Okay.
great. I enjoy my world. I think being busy is a great thing to be.
It is.
Productive.
I started my week with an impromptu dad challenge. Solo dad challenge.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a flat tire on the way home from work one night. 10 a.m. on the way home. On the side of what is normally quite a busy road, but it was 10 a.m. Still weirdly, well, not a.m., p.m.
Night.
10 p.m.
Oh, so
Nighttime.
black outside.
Still weirdly pretty busy. Yeah, no lights around. It's usually a well-lit road.
Yeah.
There was no lights on. So I had my camera phone light on the wheel as I was doing it.
Because we posted these on Insta.
Yeah.
And Facebook. And those photos, I thought it was daytime.
No.
I genuinely thought it was. Fantastic.
There was lights where I did lose the wheel. But earlier on the road, it was black. So
Okay.
I'm very lucky where it went flat.
Oh, so you drove it to that. Did you know it was flat? Did you drive on a flat?
No.
Did you?
Let's start this entire story again. Okay, we're dadded.
No, I want to keep it going. You're not. It's
No,
not a
because
reset.
I've told everything in the wrong order.
Okay, well, all right. I'm gonna no.
You can keep it on the video. I'm cutting it on the audio. Okay.
This is why you should be really happy that you're a patron, because you're getting all this extra content that Jeremy will cut if he doesn't like it, if it makes him look weird.
I always make myself look smarter. No, I make you look smart. When you fumble and say dumb stuff, I cut that
always.
too.
All right.
So I was driving home from work.
Yeah.
And I remember where the lights went dark. It was there was all the lights were out a few streets down for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So they were normal where I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were out further down.
I'll say they were at.
There was lights out further along, but not where I was.
Okay.
There was lights where I was, luckily.
Okay.
Okay, so I was driving home from work at 10 p.m. And as I was approaching, as I was braking for things, I noticed the car very heavily veering to the left.
Oh,
This is a bad time. There is something very wrong.
I hate it.
And so I was like, I'm going to pull over at the next chance I get. And took off at the lights and then heard the doof, 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 doof. I'm like, I can't wait until a safe place to pull over. I'm pulling over here.
Yeah.
So I went to the side. I did get to use my emergency triangle because Mercedes have them in the back. I've never got to use them before. I took the triangle out, put that down.
Was that great?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, nice.
Had my hazards on. Thankfully, I still had my socket set in the boot of my car. And I crammed something under the back wheel to chock it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's lucky we did that challenge, because you could have. I mean, not saying that it would have rolled, but there's the potential that it's an old car.
It reminded me I need to chock it.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank
God, huh?
Yeah, got it off, put the spare on. The spare, I pulled it out. It's the original rim that came on the car, so it's 700 years old. And the tire on it was white, because it was all I was like, shit, this thing. I'll be lucky if even this gets me home. But yeah, swapped it out pretty quick, might I add. Might have beat your time. I should have timed it.
It was 10 p.m. It's who has time?
Yeah. But yeah, it went pretty well. Got the tyre replaced and everything now. But yeah, that was a nightmare start to the week. Been pretty good since, though.
I'll tell you what.
What?
This might be a nightmare start to the pod. No, it looks like... No, what the... Is this stopped again?
Oh, you've reached the 4 gig limit. Why did it reach 4 gig in 5 seconds?
What What is happening?
I really hate your camera.
Cannot shoot because the camera interior is too hot. If you turn the camera off, the temperature will drop. Shooting may be possible at different movie recording quality settings.
Go touch the thing. Did you set it to a higher quality?
No, I dropped it.
Does the camera feel hot?
I just don't know.
What? What's it doing now?
I don't know.
It's all good now. It's recording.
1, 2, 3.
There's a high one.
Did you like it though?
Yeah.
It's good. All right.
How was? Oh, and
Yeah. So sorry. Continue your story. Again, we've had another.
No cuss. That's enough.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
We don't want another warning at the start of this pod. Next week, we're bringing in a swear jar because you are the worst.
I was so offensive last week, and I want to apologize to every single one of you. I'm so sorry that I cussed so much.
He broke the internet.
I'm not.
We're banned from YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
No, we got a Twitter each.
Well, we did. We each have a Twitter. We don't know how to use it. We have
idea.
One follower each, and it's each other.
And Jeremy decided to make his handle name Jeremy the Dad before checking anything, right? Just goes, I'm Jeremy the Dad. I'm like, great, I'm going to be Kevin the Dad. So I type it in. There's already Kevin the Dad, apparently on a pretty popular podcast.
Yeah.
So you're this perfect handle, and I'm Kevin the Dad _
Sorry you decided to copy my handle and it wasn't
Why
available.
not? It's a thing. Can I change a handle? I don't know how to Twitter.
You can change it, I saw.
I want to tell you my... I
didn't finish my week.
Oh, for fuck. For fire truck.
I started with a flat tyre, and now I've got a James Squire.
It's my Jimmy Carr impression.
Off you go. That's my Jimmy Carr.
Can you do the Seth Rogen laugh?
I don't know it. I don't think I've ever heard him laugh.
I don't think that's it either.
Oh, Seth Rogen. I thought you meant Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan doesn't laugh.
Oh, Seth Rogen's the worst. Anyway, go on.
Okay. So I went out to dinner with Dad on Wednesday.
Yeah. That's a pretty good start to the midweek.
Actually, no, I will start my week because this is awesome, right? We started the weight loss challenge, and I decided that I was going to go to the gym. And the gym that I went to was actually really quiet. Sunday night, I'm like, yeah, this is great.
Oh, nice.
No one there. I'm just going to get in. Started on the treadmill. I'm like, hey, that's a bench press. I haven't done bench in ages. So managed to bench 50 kilos. I didn't want to push myself. I didn't want to get to that stage where I'm like too sore.
Yeah.
Did the flies and then free weight bench as well.
Yeah.
So, and I left feeling amazing.
Yeah.
I'm still sore. Anyway.
I think it's fun that you went to the gym to use a bench press and you've...
That's not... I'll have to take a photo of it and put it up on the screen now.
There's a bench press there, though.
It's in there.
In that pile behind the cameras, there's a bench press. Under the table and under the exercise bike and the treadmill and the mirrors and the regular bikes. There's one there.
I'm going to behind the scenes footage of this.
Yeah.
To show everyone.
On Patreon. We need more patron stuff.
We do need more patron stuff. I'll put one image on Insta.
Yeah.
Follow us on Insta.
And a video on Patreon.
Yeah, of me telling you all about my process of why my garage is a mess. So I started the week there. So I started on doing the gym. So already endorphins up my wazoo.
Yeah. Strong boy.
All over them. Yeah, feeling great. Get to Tuesday night.
Yep.
So it was Sunday night. Tuesday night, go to the gym again, do squats, do leg press, do calves.
Leg day.
Awesome. Yeah, leg day. Feeling great.
Yeah.
You know? Wednesday night, you know, the missus got a job. We're feeling really stoked. Our dad sold his house. So, you know, big success. We've had some birthdays around. So, you know, we went out to dinner to celebrate. And Dad decides to give me the biggest snitty I've ever seen in my life.
You didn't have a choice in what to have for dinner? He's like, you have to have snitty, mate.
It was his shout. I was like...
So you still get to choose?
Yeah, but...
Oh, the salad, Dad.
No!
Why not?
I didn't have a beer, though.
You having one now?
I know, I should have not. And especially because I didn't have a beer at the club for dinner.
That'd be sneaky, though.
And then the next day I had a mate come over and we had beers, so...
Hey, Jez, let's have one beer with the pod. Okay. Only you're having them. Weigh in day.
Well, I never drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink ever. I'm just not... I don't know. I have no interest. Unless it's a social thing, I just don't have it. I've had alcohol freeze at the back of my fridge.
Yeah.
Like freeze over. I had a Jim Beam can in the back of the fridge for like 6 months. The thermostat broke and then froze over the back. It was amazing. We had to dig it out. Anyway, so started the week really well. Ended it just
Fat.
Fat as. I reckon I'll probably put on.
I hope you've had a gain week, because I definitely have too. This is just going to be green arrows the whole way.
Hope you guys like green.
Ooh.
No, but I mean, I was doing really well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, I weighed myself, I think it was the Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And I was down a kilo. I'm like, I'm going to kill this weigh-in.
Spoiler alert, gosh.
Well, I don't know now. I haven't weighed myself since
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm afraid to do this now.
Yeah.
So I'm probably like, I might be at 135. I don't know.
I hope so.
I sure don't.
I hope you're at 136.
Well, I sure don't.
What do you hope I'm on?
300? I don't know.
I thought you were going to do that. It would have been funner if you went the nice guy route and go, you know what? I hope you're on 103.
You look really good.
Thanks.
You look like you've lost at least 0.1.
Because my hair's up. Half my weight's in there.
You know what? I weighed myself first on the Wednesday morning and I was wearing a jumper. And then I'm like, no, this ain't right. So I took off the jumper, lost a kilo. Yeah. It's the jumper.
Oh, so you're 2 kilos up.
So legit, we should actually
Be naked.
be naked.
No, but we do get naked. We do
it's
the...
so clear that we're not.
No, we do the weigh-ins naked. That's why we blur it. We aren't wearing anything. That's why it has to be blurred on the videos. And even on
Because
the
you're
audio.
talking about the audio. I
Even-
keep
even
forgetting
on
the
the-
audio is different to the... Because every pod that I listen to or watch, I watch
Yeah.
it if I can.
Yeah,
Because when they're doing those sorts of things, I want to hey, that's really funny that they did it that way.
yeah. Well, on the audio, I do cut the sounds of our balls slapping on our legs as we're stepping up to the plate. So we're both cutting out the nudity in our own ways.
The swinging nut noises.
Yeah. I do cut that. So no one knows that. No one can hear us or see us being naked, but we are definitely naked for the weigh-ins.
All right, Kevin's turn to weigh in.
Yeah, but I cut that. So I don't hear that. They just hear Kevin turn to weigh in. Yeah, he's this much.
Thank God. All right,
Anyway, that was a mess. What is your news, Kevin?
Okay, so mine is just a headline, and I thought it's kind of funny.
I know why we don't have the cameras here. Because when we're looking at each other, it's way over that way. We wanted like a more of a...
What do you mean?
When we're looking at each other, the cameras are heaps far over now. Whereas they used to be a bit like... So they're not too... They can still see our face when we're looking at each other.
If
it
I'm
doesn't
looking
matter.
at you, yeah.
Don't worry. But it's still like fully side face. Whereas when it's there, it's a bit. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
We need to get to this next stage.
Start
of
your
plotting.
news a week again.
So,
Yeah.
my news this week is mainly a headline. I started that so well before.
Sorry.
Far
I do
out.
like to ruin everything.
For crying out loud. We need a swear jar, a cuss jar.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, we're
We're
definitely...
bringing one in next week because you're awful.
I'm awful. What if I'm too broke to put money in it?
Then you just don't buy food the following week.
Okay, it goes towards my weight loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
And all your kids' weight loss.
And then I really am world's worst dad because
Yeah.
I get them. I don't have kids. How would I be a dad?
Yeah, they get taken away.
Yeah.
Saves you heaps of money.
Oh, damn. Man, I have had that thought. Like, if I didn't have kids, what would the world be? Where would I be? And I
You got like a top hat and a cane swinging in the finger.
Ellie Jansen at the front. Anyway, so my news this week was mainly just a headline, and I thought it was really funny because the world's doing all these sanctions against Russia.
Yes.
And, you know, obviously everyone's trying to do their part to say we don't support this, and what we're going to do is punish Russia as a result.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what they're not sanctioning though?
What?
Oil. They're not. They're not putting a sanction on Russia's oil. They're just like, oh, you can still. Well, we'll still.
We got to benefit on this.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. To be honest, it's just you can't have some and not the other. It's either all or nothing.
Yeah. They closed their Macca's.
That's my news. Thank you.
Yeah. So they closed 980 McDonald's in Russia.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but I thought it was really funny because it was like Macca's turning around going, we're not going to serve you food. And Russia's like, all right.
Well, what are they?
But it was also Coke. Coke
Now-
would be a big one because they... What?
An interesting thing is, like, I don't know the logistics behind that because most McDonald's are franchises.
Yeah.
So does that just mean the franchise owners don't have the rights to their McDonald's, their name McDonald's, or do they get reimbursed for that? And also,
Ooh, because they may get they might turn around and, because it's a franchise, technically they're an owner of that little piece, hey?
yeah,
Yeah.
and also McDonald's major net worth is mostly in its real estate, in the land that it owns. So it owns the land that those 980 stores are on. Presumably, I don't know. Russia might work differently to the rest of the world. I don't know. But, yeah, what, do they just sell those stores in a day?
I don't know. The logistics of it, I didn't...
It's great.
I obviously don't know anything about
We
it.
obviously neither of us do. We're
so-
both quite thick.
It's so funny. We talk about news.
We don't know things.
I don't know anything. I'm the least knowledgeable person about legit things I know. Like, if my friends start talking about politics, I'll be like, oh, geez, that ScoMo's a dingus. And they'll be like, yeah, what about the thing that he did here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, did you see him with the welding mask?
Oh, no, that was ridiculous. That was the
was
funniest
fun.
thing ever. Oh, yeah. What a guy.
Cold.
That
No more Macca's
guy's-
in Russia. And apparently there was line on their last day because they announced it and everything, and they weren't just like, all right, we're done. It was like, this will be our last day. So every McDonald's there had kilometre long lines to the door. People lining up to get their last ever Macca's. Could you imagine
They'll get
knowing
Macca's back.
we might have had our last Macca burger. We don't know. Could you imagine knowing this will be your last double quarter pounder?
It's always double quarters too.
Yeah.
How good are double quarter pounders?
But imagine, you'd want it to be, those, sometimes you go to Macca's and it's really good. They just made it good that time.
It's fresh and you can taste the pepper in the meat.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just an extra good one. How good would it be? This is going to be my last double quarter. And it's a good one. This is a good goodbye. We might have had our last one. We don't know. They might shut them all down tomorrow.
Oh man, I feel like I'd be okay if Macca's just disappeared.
Yeah, we'd be. Well, I don't have Macs that often, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there'd be like a lot of confused parents on what to feed their kid that night. Like, you know those cheat nights where it's like, I just can't be bothered. I'm going to go and get some Maccas. It's like, what do we do now? Can't get a Happy Meal.
Yeah. But my cheat nights are rarely, let's go to the takeaway shop. They're like, well, let's reheat this meal.
That's our life. We always... No. But the difference is, you know, we're working...
I'm well prepared for lazy nights, I think is the thing.
We are... Well, we do leftovers most nights because it's just like working full time, running 3 kids.
Yeah.
Just like our weekends are meal prep and dying on the couch most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, me too. So most nights are lazy nights for me because let's reheat.
Yeah, easy, simple. Yeah. And I guess because when Vera's not with you, you're also asleep. You don't want to cook for yourself. Do you cook for yourself?
Yeah.
Is it... Okay, this is a genuine question because I haven't lived by myself ever.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever lived on my own.
It is amazing.
Is it?
Just unreal. And I still love cooking for myself. Like, I know, like, back in the day when my wife would go on holiday or whatever, I would not cook for myself. I'd just, like, take away every night, just be eating like garbage. But now that I'm living on my own, I cook like every night, or at least reheat food if I've cooked a lot of it, and like experiment a lot more with food and like foods
because
and things
no one else is going to be disappointed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Like foods that I know that she couldn't eat or didn't like, so I'm like, now I just go nuts and just make all these great meals and things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. Like, obviously, you'd get to a point where it's like, I can't do another Macca's.
Yeah.
I can't. But I don't think that I get to a point where I'm like, man, I'm just going to experiment with some sparry, get some asparagus in this meal.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. Maybe I'm just too lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because I've been a stay-at-home parent for 4 years, so I've had to cook all the time anyway.
Yep, okay.
And so now that I'm living on my own, I just still do that. I'm used to that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So with the way my lifestyle works now, like I don't know how people have time in their lives for a full-time job. like around all the cooking and the cleaning and all this stuff. How do you work every day? I don't get it.
Have you seen our house? It's not clean.
Yeah, I have.
Like every weekend, or maybe not even every weekend, it gets to a point where I just go, this looks horrible. And I just go, I've got to do something about this. And I go on like a cleaning fit. And it's a rage. There's things like, pick that up, do that.
See, like if I haven't done dishes for a day, or a day and a half, like, oh man, this place is a pigsty.
Dishes is the one that we're always like, nah, this has to be done.
Yeah.
Like the house can look messy, but if the dishes are stacked, I'm like, this is yuck. Yeah. I don't know. It's like the yuckest feeling.
I have an inspection next week, my first one. I'm really excited about it. I don't know yet.
Yes.
But I'm really excited about first inspection because I feel like I look after my house really well.
Mm.
But now I'm going to have someone who's judging my house and tell me if I did a good job. So
I mean, I do really, really good with criticism. Mm. Like, I love it when people go, you could do better here.
I would like a lot more of that for the podcast.
Would you?
From people.
I'm terrified of that.
All I get...
Like, I mean, for like, Kev could be a bit funnier. Like, I'm not funny.
Is that what you've heard?
Well, I just feel that way.
Oh.
Like sometimes I'm like, you know what?
Well-
It relies on Jeremy. Definitely, like we feed off each other a bit, but it's that point where it's like, Jeremy's the witty, funny one, and I
Well-
just give him that bit.
And the feedback's always the same. Oh, you guys have great banter. Like, yeah, but where can we improve? Like, how can we make this better?
To be
Like,
honest,
there's got to be something you don't like.
like, is it the intro? The news? Does the news suck? Could it be that
Well, it could be that it is perfect.
maybe you
Maybe
hear
it
the
is
weight
perfect.
and you're like, Jesus. Maybe you're just on Spotify listening to us and you hear the weights and you're like, this guy must be huge.
He doesn't sound fat.
I don't even hear the heavy breathing.
Yeah. We edit that out.
We'll put that through the whole pod so it makes us sound really fat.
Yeah, good idea. I can't remember where we were or what we were talking about.
We were talking about Macca's, which is
Oh,
such
the
a
Russian
perfect
Macca's
little
finish.
segue back into fat
Okay.
Macca's. Russians
I
are going to
don't-
be the skinniest.
I don't have news, but I have something.
Okay.
If you have news and other news, you can bring it in now.
You know what? I didn't want to talk about it, but I will because I think it's important.
Because I don't have a news, so yeah, good.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk about Kardashians ever. But
Do you know who my favorite Kardashian is? I have a favorite Kardashian.
do you?
Yeah,
Who?
Kanye West.
Why?
He's a Kardashian. He's great.
Why do you like him?
Oh, because he's crazy.
Oh, he's so crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? I genuinely feel for the guy. He's like, so the guy's been diagnosed with bipolar,
Yeah.
and he gets online and he puts all this crap out, and people are like, yeah, Kanye, tell him. And then he obviously feeds off that and feels like he's in the right. I don't know. I really feel for him. But at the same time, so Kim Kardashian and Kanye have now divorced. I don't know if it's a. I don't
He's
know
not
if
my
it's
favorite
formal.
Kanye anymore. He's not my favorite Kardashian anymore.
He's your favorite, and he's not even your favorite Kanye because he
No.
just changed his name to Ye. So there's a lot of news happening around. What?
You? Okay.
That's his name.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a lot of news going on around the Kanye and Kim Kardashian and this Pete Davidson. So Kim Kardashian is now dating Pete.
Who's Pete Davidson?
He's a comedian. He does a bit of acting. He was in a movie with Bill Burr. Bill was amazing as usual. Oh man, there's so much news. Okay, I'll go with two bits. So Kim Kardashian got in trouble for saying that women should just get up and work hard.
Yeah.
Like get off your ass and just start working.
Yeah.
And people are going, but you were rich.
Well, here's the thing.
And that was the day after Women's Day.
Yeah, she's never had to work like
She owns
regular
businesses
people.
now.
But it is good advice for any woman or man. Get up and work.
Yeah, it is. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing for her to do that. I don't think it's bad for her to like encourage women, but it's just
It's a bit hypocritical.
well, the person saying it.
It's not coming from the right person.
She could have paid like one of her interns to be like, "Hey, just say this on camera."
Who's going to listen to her intern?
Well, I don't know.
What did she? I don't know. Anyway.
It came across really poor. Anyway, the
Yeah.
other news relating to Kanye. So he just released, I think it's Donda 2.
Yep.
His new album.
Yeah.
Not releasing on Spotify. You have to buy the Kanye West thing.
His little music
His
thing.
Donda box.
God,
yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Is it even a great... Like, that'd have to be an awesome speaker or something. Like, it needs
God,
to
I don't
sound
even know.
exactly...
I find it amazing. So Corey Taylor, singer of Slipknot, the loudest mouth in metal,
Yeah.
is now angry at Kanye being like, "You're not accepting the poor people who can't afford it." It's like,
It's rich people music.
you know what?
And you know
To
why...
be fair, he's a genius because he has made a market, and if people buy it, it's like, man,
You know why I reckon he's doing this weird stuff around his thing, like make it a special you have to do this thing to listen to it or whatever.
Mm.
Because when Wu-Tang released that one album, did you hear about that?
No.
It was quite a few years ago. They released a new album.
Yeah.
It's the first album in quite a while. And they only released one copy of it.
What?
Yeah, so it came in this like special box and all this other stuff. And like there was a big contract you signed if you bought it, like you can't make any money off it, so you can't release it or anything.
Yeah.
You can have listen parties or release it free or do whatever you want with it, but you can't make money off it. Anyway, Martin Shkreli, do you know him?
No.
He's the devil. He's the guy who took over some pharmaceutical company and made this medication for something. It was, I can't remember what the disease was. It was like AIDS medication or something.
Yeah.
I'm probably way off. It's probably not AIDS. Anyway, he made it from like $15 to like $3,000 a pill. Like huge price gouging and all this. I think he went to jail. I think all these things. Like,
we are such fake newsers.
If you want to learn more about Martin Shkreli, there is a documentary on, I think, Prime. Amazon Prime has a doco about him.
They've got some good docos in there.
Yeah, anyway, he bought that album and it sold for like however many million. Just this one singular Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
And that threw Kanye out. Like he was about to release his album before this one.
Dundo, yeah.
And as soon as he heard Wu-Tang did that, he just cancelled the release. Like, I can't top that as an art piece. Like, that album now is just like a piece of art that, like, you could be friends with Martin Shkreli and go and listen to it, or like that kind of thing. It's not like a thing that everyone can just listen to. It's like truly like
it's an
unique piece of art.
Which is amazing. I personally love that stuff.
It's like, so cool.
Childish Gambino does a lot of that like crazy art stuff. The video clip for This Is America, like all the hidden messages behind that, you could spend hours like just delving in and really pulling that apart. Even if you don't like the song, the faces he pulls, the actions he does, the singing choir, the shootings, the gun at the start, the pose, everything. Amazing.
That's not the same as making it, like that could be a one-off film clip that you can, like that video is running in the
it's
Louvre.
very different.
Yeah.
It's very different.
I think that's why Kanye did the Donda 2 thing. It's like it's not quite as an exclusive thing, but it's still like exclusive because you can only listen to it in this way.
And if it works, he's going to make a lot of money. I think his reasoning behind it was because Spotify don't pay their artists.
Yeah, but also like anyone with a sound system or whatever at home who wants to listen to it on that.
Oh, yeah.
Or wants to listen to it in their car, wants to listen to it in any way other than this stupid little box. It's ruined. You can't. Your
production sucks. Yeah. It would go out the window.
Yeah. And can you listen to anything else on the Donda box?
I don't know. But actually, you mentioned Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Did you hear... I don't know if you're a big fan or even know much about Wu-Tang. RZA, his last album was a meditation album.
Yeah.
I love that stuff so much. He was, wild group.
Yeah, amazing group.
So before we go ahead, so I forgot to mention when we went out to dinner. Now, we went out to dinner, and because Dad sold his house, he's moving out, he's been doing some stuff, he's cleaning up. He found an old Father's Day card that I gave to him. I think I was in year 5 or 6. Have a look at that.
This is very cool. It's got the shirt with the tie. Kevco on the back.
Yep.
Dad, smoking a big cigarette. Hey, Dad, I think you're great. Your strength, I sure appreciate. You help me in so many ways. Keep me safe through nights and days.
I think it was written on the board. I just had to copy.
Yeah,
but
pretty good.
You know what? How good is that picture of Dad?
Yes.
That is like...
He does look like a stoner dad.
Oh. I don't know if there was like another letter, like parent-teacher interviews, like We got to chat, Pete.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, I thought that was amazing. Yeah. Tell me your dad.
So I don't have any dad news. This is like more of a question, but and you've never had to do this, but Ellie would have.
Okay.
When you go to the bathroom, when your child needs to go to the bathroom and they're a different gender to you, what bathroom do you go to? The adult gender's bathroom or the kid's gender?
Well, nowadays they have the parents' room.
There is a parents' room, but they're not everywhere.
No.
The
not
zoo
everywhere.
doesn't have parents' rooms.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they do, but not everywhere. Not the part of the zoo I was in.
So, I mean, generally, well, if I was taking, let's say I was taking Vera out
Yeah.
and she needed to go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
I would take her into the men's, but I would be very discreet about it.
Yeah.
Because I think
Well, when are you not discreet when you go to the bathroom? You're going, hey boys.
But no, I'm not like little girl in the boys' room.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's just more okay, we're gonna go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Yep, real quick.
Yeah, just come on, into it. Here you go.
But I even do that with like my kids, with Rusty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the same. It should just be the parents' gendered bathroom you go to.
Well, because if you go into a female's bathroom, it's like assault. I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, you shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
But the kid, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And like,
of course.
other people seeing a kid in the bathroom, they're going to be as weirded out whether it's a boy or a girl. It's like, there's a little kid in here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusty tends to like talk out loud as well.
Yeah, when he's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he'll be
they do.
He's like, Dad, are you going to the toilet? Are you pooing? No, Rusty. I'm waiting for you, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the things.
Yeah. So no, I think it should always be the parent's gender.
Yeah, the parent
not
goes
the other.
the normal one. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Great.
Move on. Okay. So, results from our debate.
We
And
both suck.
yeah, we do. But it's kind of the best result because we loved the discussion.
Oh.
We both loved each other's things. Like I was tempted to vote for donuts. I'm sure Kev was tempted to vote for crowns there. Amazing. And it was exactly 50-50. We both lose.
So
No one gets a point this week.
it's funny though because I think people are really passionate about certain things. I have a friend who's very passionate about certain things.
Yeah.
And every time the vote doesn't go towards his way, he always turns around. Those people are bloody idiots. Like, those people are dumb. Of course it's donuts.
I do every time I see a vote for like donuts. I totally got it.
Yeah.
I see a vote for the pool bat singy party wing boys. So, why?
Acrobats?
What? Why? Yeah. Yeah, those guys. Like, why? Why vote for that?
Yeah.
We do have our honorary dad of the week, Morgan
Yes.
Gardner, who voted for Milo, which is pretty good.
I like Milo.
Milo's a good time.
I love Milo cereal.
You know what's even better than Milo cereal?
What?
The old Milo cereal. They had this Milo cereal that was just amazing and it just tasted like Milo.
Yeah.
The new Milo cereal doesn't taste like Milo. It's like a new different, it's just chocolate cereal
Okay.
with the name Milo. It doesn't taste like Milo.
I really like it. It's the little curve, guys. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But you know what I really, really miss? Sorry if we're on the topic of cereal because it's just something.
Yeah.
They used to have this Pokemon cereal.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And it was basically like these little rings, and occasionally you get like a little marshmallow thing.
You know what it is? We don't have it here, but it's Lucky Charms.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yeah, it's the
Oh.
same. Lucky Charms has little marshmallow things and
You
basically white Fruit Loops.
you know how you can get like the little marshmallows?
Yeah.
Like people put them around the cakes
Yeah.
and whatnot. I opened a bag of them to let them go stale and then poured them in a bowl of Fruit Loops. Not the same. No.
Anyway, congratulations, Morgan. She won with one vote, and it was her own vote. So if anyone else wants to be honorary dad of the week,
It's not that hard.
it's that easy at the moment.
Yeah.
It might be harder one day, but right now, just mention something and vote for yourself. I mean, you could win with like...
Hey, if that had gotten an angry vote, would that counteract that positive?
Nah, I don't know. Maybe.
You would count
it?
It's like...
We just wouldn't count the angry react.
Well, I mean, would it count as like...
We just count the likes on their votes.
If you go to... Like, when you're voting... And I don't know if this is true. If you go to like the ballot box and you write something on it or you do something wrong, it counts as a non-vote.
The way to vote against something in one of our comment threads would be to vote for everything but that.
Okay.
Yeah. That is how you would reduce the votes of one thing, would be for voting for everything else.
So one person could really just rig the election.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going into politics.
Okay.
I'm not very good with politics.
No. Excellent. So that brings us into this week's debate, which is...
No, it doesn't. Oh. Brings us into... Wait.
Should we go from debate to debate then, wait? Because I had a good flow on from that, and then we can cut out this weird thing where you said wait.
Okay.
We can just do wait afterwards.
You know what? This needs to be pre-discussed because I write it down and I'm ready. And I'm ready to go, flowing in. And all of a sudden, you're like, no, let's talk about this other thing that you need to convince people that you like.
No, I think end debate and then debate makes sense. This is how we did it last week as well.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know.
Anyway. So this week, we're doing Best Dad Show. And when we say dad show, I mean like real dad time. Kids are in bed. Wife isn't there nagging you to watch Married at First Sight. You get to pick your own show. It's just you and the telly.
You know what? Dad's Downtime TV.
Dad's Downtime TV is a good title for this. Dad's Downtime TV.
I want to know though, is this because this is something that I'm so excited for.
Yeah. You're excited for your downtime?
I'm excited to tell you what I love.
Okay.
This is another one that I'm like, I want to know.
You're a brony too? No, what's your show?
I mean, the movie was all right. It was fun.
Yeah, pretty good.
Angry. Yeah, it's good. There's a lot of... No, I've got a lot of shows, and I almost need to put it into genre. Like, to an extent. I can't just say... Because it's Dad's Downtime TV, I don't know if it has to be Dad's Downtime TV show.
It should be the show. It depends. Like, you can't say sitcoms.
Oh, no, of course. No, it would have to be specific if it's that.
Yeah. If it's a thing that we discuss, that's fine.
Okay. But I want runner-ups.
Fine.
I want to know your runner-ups.
They're not going up on the thing, though.
No, that's fine. We never do.
Yeah.
It's always the one.
All
But
right.
I want to know, like, last week was really
Runners
excited.
up. Seinfeld is a good dad show.
Oh, so good.
A great time. Most women don't get it.
I think they just hate George.
Yeah, they do. They just hate George. All women hate George.
I love George's character.
Yeah,
I think
great.
he is the best.
Yeah, because he's what we want to be.
Where do you get
We
your
want to be
shirt?
neurotic.
The jerk store.
Yeah.
Like, it's just everything in that show is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Seinfeld.
Okay.
So that's your
That'd
third.
be my runner-up.
Okay.
Our runner-up. I'd say Always Sunny might be a good runner-up as well.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you want that to be your main show? We can cut that bit and I won't say that.
No. I've got another
Okay.
show because
Right.
it might win, and I like that.
All right. Tell me your runner-ups.
Okay, my runner-ups. So the reason I decided I wanted to know about genre is because recently I've been getting into sports.
Yeah, okay.
Usually I watch basketball. I'm a big fan of the Celtics.
No, well, sports can count.
Sports as a genre. So, and it's not sitcoms, but it's sports in general. I mean, I don't watch NRL anymore.
It's broad, but I think you could say sports is the dad downtime
Well, could
show.
I say
No.
American sport? Because specifically, I've been getting into wrestling. Wrestling.
No, I think if you're going to say wrestling, that's not a sport. That is
It's more of a drama show.
That
I'll tell
is
you what,
a drama rom-com.
Rom-com?
Yeah, musical for guys, for dads.
It's so funny.
Is that your runner-up or is that your...
That's legit right now, my runner-up. I didn't think I would enjoy it.
So WWE's your runner-up?
AEW, which is like... So there's WWE and there's AEW. It's like...
Hey, wrestling's your runner-up.
Wrestling,
You
yeah.
don't need to confuse me with your wrestling terms.
It's fun.
I've met The Rock. I get it.
But it's like... Did you really?
No.
Oh, man. I would have been like, really?
I saw him in Fast and Furious.
Fasten your seatbelt, right?
Yeah.
No, mine is wrestling. I think it's just like, it's basically Bold and the Beautiful for men.
Yeah,
It's definitely like a soap opera. It's good fun.
it is. Tell me your other runners-up. We shouldn't spend too much time on the runners-up.
Oh, absolutely.
It should
not.
be, the runners-up should be, it's this, and it's also this.
You did that.
And then the time you're supposed to spend is on the show you pick. I didn't spend time talking about Seinfeld. I said Seinfeld. You talked about Seinfeld.
I'm so bad at this.
Okay.
My second thing that I absolutely love watching when I get the chance. I won't go back into wrestling.
Yeah, say it.
What are you doing?
Say it.
Yeah, you're doing this.
Say
though.
your thing.
Yeah, no, but you're like
No, I'm ready. Say the name of the thing.
stand-up comedy.
That's enough. Okay, what is your choice for Dad's Downtime TV?
I love how quick you were to just shut it down.
Because you were going to tell me all about every comedian ever. So,
which one is it?
it was a run. If you made that your choice, you could have rambled about it, but you didn't.
Probably should have made it number one. Hey.
What's your choice? Always Sunny. Sorry. Go on.
I wish it was.
So
No.
good.
My number one is Auntie Donna's new show on
Yeah,
Netflix.
really?
It was so fun.
Okay.
It has so much going on.
Yeah.
And like it's just everything about it. You can put it on and just sit there and laugh or cry or just it's there.
I've never seen an Auntie That's the trio of dudes. They do the cheese platter thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh, that was so funny.
I saw the cheese platter thing. It was pretty fun.
I mean, Auntie Donna in general, like even the stuff online, like the pud.
Oh, yeah, I saw the pud thing.
Oh, it's good.
Pretty good.
Good fun.
That's
That's my.
kids are gone. Wife's gone. This is my show.
And you know what? I haven't been able to watch it for a long time because the kids are always home or the missus is always home.
Yeah. Tough life.
It's hard, yeah.
Solo life. You get to watch whatever I want.
Okay.
Whenever I want.
And what's your thing?
My go-to is Top Gear, the Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond years, and also Grand Tour, which, let's face it, is a carry-on of that show. It's just continuation.
Oh, man, it's so good.
I've been watching it all again
Yeah.
from the beginning, and I just love it. Those three are like the perfect trio
They
to
are.
ever grace the TV. They work incredibly together. They're so different.
Yeah.
Like Richard Hammond's like the younger, like they're not young anymore.
No.
But he was like the younger face of TV. Like he's more.
Yeah, he was
He
more.
has a better
He was a
TV
great
presence
presenter,
and
though.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and, like he was on every show on BBC because he just had that kind of. He could adapt to anything kind of personality.
Yeah.
James May is like the most boring person on the planet. Like talks
But
about
does
boring
it
things.
so
and-
well.
oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him a lot. And Jeremy Clarkson is just the best man in the world.
Clarkson's Farm was. Oh, how good was that
that was
series?
an amazing show.
Yeah. I
So
did a
funny.
thing.
So emotional at times too.
I know.
Oh man.
Man, yeah, no, and the camaraderie that they have in that 3 is just incredible.
There's nothing like it.
like-
It was, and a lot of the way, like when they do news segments and stuff, it's kind of just like a podcast. They'd just be bantering and just
Yeah.
making jokes at each other. It's just, those are perfect.
The way that they do a lot of, like, you know what I really loved on Grand Tour when they did all, like, the military thing and they kept dying?
Yeah. That was silly.
It was so fun. Like,
Yeah.
he died because he dropped, his pants fell down.
Yeah. That was silly.
It's, yeah.
I was actually a bit annoyed at that part because I remember at the start of the series, like it's going to be more real. There's not going to be as much like editing and stuff. It's just going to be raw, us just doing what we do. And then at that silly thing where they're dying all the time, like it was hilarious, but it was like this isn't real.
You were the only person who listened to that and treated it as gospel.
Oh, I treat everything they say as gospel.
So the whole, like, Greta Thunberg or whatever her name is, when Clarkson was like, "You're a spoiled brat."
Yeah, she is. But no, she's a kid. I don't know what she said. I actually haven't.
I've never seen this speech.
No, I
I
haven't
saw
heard
the
her
angry.
speech.
I saw her say it, and someone put distortion over her voice
Yeah.
on top of a death metal song. How dare you?
Yeah, well, that's
cool.
about all I've heard. I've heard, how dare you? And that's it. I haven't heard the speech. Like, I might agree with everything she says. I might watch it and be like,
I'm very.
way to go, Greta.
I am definitely becoming more
Cucky.
cocky. Yep, bringing over the other men,
Yeah.
letting it all happen.
Yeah.
I'll just watch. No, I'm no. Cucky is not a good word to use.
No, that's just what the internet calls lefties.
No, I'm becoming more aware of the environment. I was looking at electric vehicles this week. I really love the idea of those. I think they are very cool.
Yeah.
And it's so much cheaper. My God.
I did drive a Tesla the other day. It
one.
feels incredible. Like when you put your foot down and it just rockets, like there's no gear changing or anything. Just as soon as your foot goes down, the car is going. It is wild. It feels like nothing else.
See, I've got an electric scooter and it feels really. I know that sounds like comparing a Tesla to a scooter.
I know. I've got an e-bike and the acceleration is cool and fun.
It's so like it really is just a push it and go.
Yeah.
I really like the look of Teslas. I'm usually not into that sort of car at all.
Yeah.
Like generally, like I love a big American muscle or whatever, but the Teslas that are coming out are really nice. They look good.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw one with like pearlescent paint the other day and
Cool.
had to show the kids and they were like, "That's amazing." Yeah, real cool. Loved it. Anyway, I think we need to.
So that's our debate.
Yes.
Our dad's downtime TV. When you get a moment to yourself, I chose Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond. Top Gear or Grand Tour.
Yep.
Either of those amazing shows, and not just for the amazing presenters. Cars. Every dad loves a car.
I
All
love
right,
how
what was your
most
pick?
car guys are mostly the same. Like they are. Australian car guys always have a Southern Cross tattoo.
Well, Australian bogan car guy. There's a large variety of car guys.
I take that back because
I am a car guy. I have no tattoos. I don't drive a Commodore.
And I've got a friend who lives in Sydney who is a car guy, and he's not an Aussie car guy. He's genuinely like a car lover and has a great relationship with his dad, who was also a racer at one point. Like, just really cool.
No. Don't get me wrong. I love Commodores. I do love them. I really do. I'll probably never own one again. But I do. I love them. I always have a soft spot in my heart.
But
for
that's
them.
because you've gone all European.
I am a little European now.
Yeah, you are. You need driver gloves.
I do. Okay, and what was your pick again?
Auntie Donna.
Yep.
Just in general, I love those sorts of shows where it is just, it's so ridiculous. Another
Yeah.
great one similar is I Think You Should Leave.
I feel like you should a little bit try and sell people on your show.
I don't
because
need to. They've seen it.
I
And if
don't
they
think
haven't-
anyone's seen Auntie Donna.
It is huge on
What
Net-
kind of show is it? Everyone knows what Top Gear is. It was one of the highest rated shows for a very long time. What's Auntie Donna? It's a sketch show, right?
It's a comedy trio. It's sort of like it's what I think the series is Big Old House of Fun.
Okay.
And it's basically Auntie Donna, which is a 3-piece comedy team
Yeah.
who put on voices and sing songs
Yeah.
and dress up as like Italian men and like make offensive jokes. And
Okay.
they bring in Jerry Seinfeld, but it's not Jerry Seinfeld. It's really funny.
I gotta say, I loved in Always Sunny when they did the Seinfeld scene and they're in the Seinfeld apartment and everything, and both, I can't even remember their names, both Dennis and
Mac
are Jerry. Like everyone else is a different character in the show, and both of them have the same Jerry shirt on and the same Jerry hair. It's like they could have. Just so
that
awesome.
show. I you know what? Auntie Donna's going to win it for me this week, so I'm not changing.
You think people have seen Auntie Donna?
They have.
Yeah.
Seriously,
And
Auntie Donna fans love Auntie Donna.
Okay. And but everyone's a Top Gear fan.
Well, no.
Everyone.
Yeah, but not everyone's a big car fan.
Yeah, but
Some
people who aren't car fans are Top Gear fans. That was the thing about that show. It brought people who don't give a shit about cars loved that show.
I don't know if that's the case.
It is definitely. It was one of the highest rated shows in the world. Not everyone in the world is a car guy, but everyone's a Jeremy Clarkson guy.
They are.
Anyway, if you want to be honorary dad of the week next week,
Give us a better show.
put your opinion of what you think is the best dad downtime TV show. And if it gets the most likes, or if you like it yourself and no one else tries the same trick, you'll be honorary dad of the week. All right, weigh-in time. All right, get your gear off.
Far out. Oh, I'm going to drop my heavy-ass wallet.
Because you're rich? Oh, mate, that's 30 kilos.
I had my wallet the whole
You're probably
time.
104 now. All right. Scales in.
Nervous.
136.1. Kevin's put 0.3. Kevin's put on 2.3 kilos. Put that on your board. All right, put your clothes back on.
One. It's all muscle. Hold
Put
on.
gear off.
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, man, that is quite a loss. From what?
103.9.
103.9.
You are defat and I am fat.
I am the least fat this week.
I worked so hard at the gym. Dad sabotaged me. And then pizza last night. And then the missus brought home more donuts. I have been sabotaged.
I'm surprised because I really need to pee and I've had quite a few beers. So, like, I'm probably 102 if I did the pee. Oh, that's awesome.
Man!
I'm really happy with that. And for what?
Oh! No!
What have I done this week to deserve that?
I worked so hard!
I didn't exercise or anything, but my lady friend's gone from the house, so no more snacks.
Yeah.
The only snack I've got is yogurt
Oh, that's a good snack to have.
or bit of bread with butter on it. Oh, and I did make a banana bread.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. A banana bread.
Yeah.
Man, that's good. Hey.
So good.
I actually do want to say, congratulations. That's a really good. Like, I know you're saying that you didn't put in a lot of effort, but it's those little things that, like, little decisions that you make, and maybe it was just you were doing horrible, horrible things to your body the week before.
And the thing is, like I was saying,
How you were eating so much crap?
well, yeah, and not this week.
No,
This
but the week before, how did you only gain 0.8?
Because I was eating crap the week before that too. Anyway,
Only 0.8, and I did. Like,
you're
this
full
is
of water
clear-
and beers.
This is clearly a thing.
It's muscle.
Oh, yeah.
It's muscle and pizza.
Yeah, bloody ripped.
And so, and also, like I said before, I always portion control. I always make sure I'm eating the right amount at meals.
Yeah.
It's only between the meals when I eat a shitload of chips and biscuits and all that shit that I put it on. So, like, if I just cut out the extra snacks, I'm basically on a diet anyway.
Okay. And that's why it was only 0.8. Okay, well, listen, that is really good.
Yeah.
Well done. Really good.
Happy with that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to really focus on the I think this week
Cardio.
well, no, cuz like it's like I want to keep at the gym because I think it's really good for your mental health. I think it's great for just in general, it's good.
Yeah.
But I definitely need to focus more on the portions and what I'm putting into my body. Like, no cheat night. I think it's like I'm going to have to, until I start showing loss consistently.
Yeah, no more cheats.
Yeah.
You get invited out to the club, you order a fucking salad. Sorry. Fuck. We're doing so good with cusses.
You said the SH word before.
Shit doesn't count.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Anyway, moving on. We did get that email.
We did. We have an email from a patron this week who chose to remain anonymous. And a religious patron, it would appear. Sorry for crapping on your religion every week.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I won't go there.
So this is from our patron. I used to make my son say, "Sorry, Jesus," if he ever swore as a little kid. We should start doing that. Every time we swear, "Sorry, Jesus."
I don't know.
So he'd say shit, and I'd say, "Sorry to Jesus," and he'd just say, "Sorry, Jesus."
Yep.
We also went to church every Sunday. It was him and I and about 20 over 80-year-olds in this church. He would fully participate in the singing and the prayer time, and eventually he started to take communion once he understood what it was all about.
Good on him.
Yeah. So the very first time he took it, he wanted to be reminded of why we're doing it. I said, to put it simply, we ask for forgiveness for being naughty and remember that Jesus died for our sins. So he took his little cup and his little piece of bread, proudly stood there while everyone else was silently and solemnly praying. Suddenly, at the top of his voice, he announced, to my utter horror, "Sorry, Jesus, for saying fucking. Sorry, Jesus." Oh, man. What a little trooper.
Do you burn immediately if you swear in church?
No, because he was apologising. No, because in his heart, he had the most earnest position.
It would have been.
Sorry, Jesus, for saying fucking. Sorry, Jesus. That's... like, he's absolutely in the right there, I think. Like, it wasn't...
He was genuinely... in his little mind, he must have been thinking, like, this is, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
The wrong word was this, and this is what I said, so I'm sorry for that. And Jesus, please
Yeah,
accept
and he's
my
clearing
apology.
his thing. Like
Yep.
he's making sure that Jesus knows the thing he's apologizing for.
Yeah.
And then apologizing for it. That's
This is the word I
he
said.
did
Yeah.
absolutely the right thing.
Being a ex-religious person myself, I remember sitting at the kids and religion is such a fun little thing.
Yeah.
And it really is the cutest. I'm not raising my kids in any sort of religion.
Yeah.
I think it's up to them to make their own decisions later on in life, and whatever they decide, that's theirs.
I'm raising mine Scientologist.
Oh, I don't know anything about it, apart from Tommy Cruise. Anyway, so I remember when I was Christian, I used to sit there while eating a chicken. Like, man, I roast chickens from Woolies. I'll pick the bones dry.
Yeah.
I'm like, clean it up. Anyway, I was sitting there eating a chicken carcass, and I'm like, "Hey, Mum, was this chicken alive?" She's like, "Yeah, it was like running on a field, and did what it did, and then it
Probably never saw a field in its life.
probably not. No,
Back then, certainly.
beautiful
Anyway,
of her to put
yeah.
it into that. Me, yeah. Anyway, so obviously this thing has died and it's on my plate. So anyway, she looked away and then looked back, and she's like, "What are you doing, Kev?" And I'm like, "I'm just praying for the chicken." Like, kids are sweet. I was a sweet kid.
Some of them, I was a little monster.
You used to tell me before I go to sleep that I was going to die. I remember I used to lay in bed at night, because when we shared a room when we lived in Belconnen.
Yeah.
And we used to share a room, and there was a scary song from a video game. And you used to sing that song.
Yeah.
And, "Stop it, Jeremy! Stop singing the song!"
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
You know what the song was?
It was from Alex Kidd.
Yeah, from Alex Kidd, one of the Castle songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I still remember. It's
Good
just
song.
haunts me. You were a horrible big brother when I was
Yes.
younger. I'm glad I forgave you.
Yeah, me too.
Lucky.
I'm glad my kid's a little sweetie too. I didn't get a little me.
Yeah.
Her new favourite thing. Because, like, her standard thing sometimes she'll, "Dad, did you know that I love you?" And
Yeah.
that's her normal thing. But now, like, as a funny joke, she'll be like, "Dad, did you know that I hate you?"
No.
But she'll, like, almost lose it halfway through saying it. Like, she just thinks it's the
you
funniest
know-
thing. Yeah. I'm like,
Kids are so fun.
"No, you don't." She's like, "No, I don't."
No, I know.
Classic.
Kids, huh?
Anyway, sorry for this mess of an episode.
You know what? I don't know. Look, I don't know if it was.
We'll cut it so it isn't a mess.
Honestly, I don't. I never drink.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is going to contribute to what has happened tonight.
Yeah.
And we might listen back and be like,
Let's drink every time. This is great.
and we might come back and be like, we need to do another episode tomorrow.
We might. I don't think it'll be that bad. Anyway,
Moving on.
I need to pee, so let's end this bastard.
So, if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can follow us at facebook.com/dadversedadpodcast.
And Instagram.com/dadversedadpodcast.
Or if you want to join the Patreon, it is patreon.com/dadversedad no podcast. So just patreon.com/dadversedad.
Yeah, you made that a little bit more complicated than you needed to.
I just wanted to repeat it 4 times.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yep, so Dad vs. Dad. Yeah, and on our Patreon, you get access to the full video episodes.
There is a lot more content on the video episodes as well. Me and Jeremy edit differently. Jeremy edits the audio. I edit the videos. And at the end of it, the episodes are always longer.
Yeah, the video episodes are a bit longer.
You do get more.
And we are also, there will be more bonus content coming to the patrons as well, including Kevin's punishment for last week. He needs to upload 10 dad jokes.
I'm halfway through. I'm struggling. I'm generally telling great jokes, and now I'm trying to find terrible jokes, dad jokes. I have gotten some great responses though. Like, that is by far the worst joke I've ever heard, Dad.
I'm going to do the same thing one day.
No,
if I ever fuck up something.
Well, you swore. All right, there you go.
If I ever mess anything up, I'm going to.
You know what? I'm
do
gonna
the 10 dad punishment.
No. I'm gonna make you. I want 20 push-ups filmed.
Why?
Because that's your punishment.
For what?
For swearing right now.
You swore more.
No, I'd set up the technology wrong.
Yeah, you still swore more.
No, well, I did.
Yeah.
But you said, if I ever F up.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah, but I also corrected it afterwards so we can cut out that little cuss.
Yeah, no, I'm not accepting that.
All of my cusses I resaid in an
Yeah, but you're putting it on the Spotify. You're putting it on the audio.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm cutting the Fs.
That's right. I'm not.
I couldn't.
It's all through the Patreon, and that's the people who are going to get the extra content. So, I'm going to say, Jeremy, do some videos of the push-ups. Jeremy's going to do 20 push-ups. I really appreciate him doing those push-ups.
We couldn't cut your cusses last week because they were in like pivotal moments of the show.
You know what would be really, really funny?
What?
If you just did one push-up and just cut it.
Like, obviously. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely doing that. All right. Bye, Hungries.
We've been dads. Bloody mess.
Two brothers.
Daddy, Dad.